Hello everyone, welcome to DNG PLC Center. Today we are going to discuss about output instructions which is used in PLC programming. So we will see in this lecture how to use it, how to functioning it, how to work it with the program. So let's start. Output instruction. Output instruction. The output instruction receives the signal from the input instruction and the output is turned on when the input logic is in the true condition and the output is off when the input logic is false conditions. So as you can see the symbol. So this is the symbol of output instruction. This is a two curved line connected with this line. So it is represented to the output instruction. And some PLCs have this type of symbol used for output instructions. So different types PLCs can be used different types of symbols for output instruction. And the output instruction receives the signal from input instruction. Okay, when we are given the signal of input instruction, then input instruction forward the signal of output instruction. So we can say that output instructions receives the signal from input instruction, and the output instruction turn on when input logic is on, is true condition. So it can be say that, so when we our input logic are true, then our output is on condition. When our input instruction are false condition, when our input logic are false condition, then our output instruction is off. Okay, so now we will move on the next slide. Types of output instructions. So in the PLC programming, we have three types of output instruction. We used three types of output instruction in PLC programming. First is that output energize. Sometimes it can be called OTE instruction. And second is that output latch instruction. Sometimes it can be called as a OTL instruction. And this symbol is this like. This instruction represent this type of symbol. And the third one is our output unlatch instruction. So sometime it can be called it as OTQ instruction. And OTU instructions are represented this type of symbol. Okay, so basically there are three types of output instruction are using in PLC programming. Types of output instruction location. So in the PLC programming, where we can put our output instruction. So as you know, we are always placed our input instruction in the left side of our ladder logic, and our outputs are always placed in the right side of our ladder logic. Okay, so the output instruction is always placed in the right side of the ladder logic diagram. Okay, so here you are understand about the location. Now we will look how to flow the signal. Output instruction signal flow. How to flow a signal of output instruction. So as you know, we will create a program in the software. Okay, so in the software, our input instruction, if our input instruction are pressed, so our signal are flow this way, and output instruction receive the signal from our input instruction. So our output instruction are flow this type of way, and it will show in the memory address bit. Our output instruction are showing the bit of memory addressing bit it 1 if it will receive the signal from input instruction. Then uh, then signal flow of our output module of our PLC, and our output module PLC receive this forward the signal of our load. It can be light, it can be fan, it can be motor, it can be any field output devices. The same thing applicable for the output device. Output energized and de-energized depends to the specific memory bit location. Okay, and suppose if our input instruction are not pressed. Okay, it is isn't pressed. It is if our input instruction are not pressed, then it will not send the signal of our output instruction. So our output instruction are not received signal from our input instruction. So it will follow this path, and it will show the zero value of our memory addressing bit. Okay, and memory addressing bit if show the 0, then it will not send the signal, and our light are off condition if this path is followed. Okay, in the light placed, it can be a motor, it can be fan, it can be any other of field output devices. So in the next slide, we have to discuss about output instruction on-off operation. So how our output on, how? So we will see in this slide. So suppose we have to understand about our one program. Okay, in this rung we have to connect one PB instruction and one output instruction. Okay, and our PB instruction push button, it can be say that push button, it can be say that normally open instruction, it can be say that XIC instruction. Okay, and input press equal to output on. If our input are pressed, then our signal are forward this way, and our output are on. Okay, on condition. Input pressed, output on. If our input pressed, suppose we take a push button on stage of input instruction, and in the output side we have to connect a light. So when we are taking a push button, when we are pressed a push button, then it will forward the signal, and it will show the memory addressing bit is 1. It will show the 1 value in memory addressing bit, and it will forward the signal of our light. So light will turn on, and if input released, if our after pressing the push button, if we will release this push button, so our output will off. How? So this is our push button, so it will released. So our signal are not forward in the memory addressing bit. So memory addressing bit is showing the zero value. Okay, and it will not forward the signal. So our light are turned off. Okay, so it will not forwarding the signal on this way. So it will our output are not glow. Okay, not glow. Program with input and output. Okay, so here we will see how to connect a how to write a good program. So in the wrong program, we have to connect a input instruction in the right side of our ladder logic diagram. So this program are wrong. Okay, this is the wrong way of this ladder logic program, and this is the right path, right way of the creating a program. So firstly, connect the input instruction in the left side of the ladder logic. Then this is our output instruction. So output instruction always placed, always connected to in the right side of the ladder logic diagram. And if you are connecting a input instruction in the right side of ladder logic diagram, so your program is showing the error. Okay, when you are you downloading the program, so your program are showing the error in it. Program example with input output. So how to connect a output instruction in a program? So you can take a rung and you can connect 1 2 3 1 2 3. It can be use of the input instruction according to your application, and you can connect this way of your output instruction. Output instruction are always connected to as a parallel path. Okay, and you can second run you can connect a two parallel input instruction, and in the right side you can connect two output instruction in a parallel condition. Okay, so if you have any doubt, any question about the output instruction, so you can ask to me. And thank you for watching this lecture. So hello everyone. We will today we will going to start a example on PLC programming. So here we will see about the input output example. Simple is that in the input side we will connect a push button, and in the output side we will connect a light. So let's see how it will work. So this is the push button and light diagram example. So in this example, we have a normally open push button which is connected to a light using a PLC. So as you know, this is our PLC, which is consisted with the power supply, processor, input modules of digital output modules, analog input module, output analog module, and we will connect a push button in our input module, and we will connect a light in our digital output module. So this is the diagram of our PLC with input and output. Input instruction signal flow. Field input device provides the signal to input module with a status of the device. Example, if it is on or off, and using this memory location within the program reflects the change. So this is the push button, and this is the input module of PLC, and how to flow this signal. If our output, our input device, if our push button are not pressed, so it will not forward the signal, and it will show the zero value of our in our memory addressing bit. And if a zero value are placed in memory addressing bit, so it will not pressed. Okay, so it will not pressed and then not forward the signal of our output instruction. And if it will pressed, push button is pressed, then it will forward the signal of our input module of PLC. Then it will forward the signal of our memory addressing bit, and it will show the one value. And one value are placed the signal of our input instruction, and input instruction are uh, pressed are on, so it will forward the signal of our output instruction, and our output instruction are receive the signal from input instruction, so it will turn on. Field input devices provides the active condition through the memory addressing bit and memory location bit reflected to the output. Output instruction flow. So output instruction flow followed from the program. Okay, so if output instruction received the signal from input instruction, so it will show the value of 1 in the memory addressing bit, and memory addressing bit is forward the signal of our output module of PLC, and output module of PLC forward the signal of our light, and light will turn on. And if our output instruction are received, the signal isn't received. If our output instruction isn't received uh, signal from input instruction, so it will show the zero value in memory addressing bit, and the memory addressing bit forward the signal of output module of PLC, and output module of PLC is forward the signal of our light, so light not turn on in this case. The same things applicable for the output device. The field output energized and de-energized depend to the specific memory bit location. Okay. Example logic storage. So how to storage a data, a PLC. So this is the PLC, as you know. This is the modules. This is the CPU of PLC. So CPU have a non-volatile memory in it, inside the PLC, and the memory store the program. Okay, and program can be changed, can be created as per our application. So our program are stored in the CPU memory. Okay, so this is the software based part, and this is the hardware based part. So our push button are connected to our input module, and input module send the signal of our memory, and memory find how operation, what operation are flow in my zone, and it will sense the signal and forward the signal if it will have the permission from the input instructions. Okay, then it will forward the signal of our output module, and at last our field output devices are turn on and turn off according to our logic. Okay, so now here we have to complete a first example of our PSC programming, and now we will discuss about example. Now we are discussing about examining close and examining open input instruction and output energized instruction OTE. So here we will take a simple example of our XIC and XIO instruction, which is placed in a input instruction, and one of our OTE instruction, output energized instruction. So I XIC instruction. So this is the full form of XIC, examine if closed instruction, and sometimes it can be called as it can be known as normally open instruction, and this is the symbol of XIC instruction, and if it isn't pressed, so it will show the zero value in the memory addressing bit, and if it will turn on, so it will show the one value. Okay, and this is the rung with the push button and XIC instruction and light OTE instruction. Note press condition: if our and no push button are not pressed, so it will show the zero value, and it will not forward the signal of our output instruction. So and no push button are not pressed, so it will not send the signal. When the no push button is not pressed, that means the logic state is false, and the instruction bit is zero, and the light will not turn on. Press condition: if we are pressing this and no push button, so it will forward the signal of our output instruction. When the NO push button is pressed, that means the logic state is true, and the instruction bit is one, and the light will turn on. Instructions reads in memory location, and according to the value there, it will be highlighted. Okay. Now we will discuss about XIO instruction. Okay. So XIO, this is the full form of XIO, is examine if open instruction, and sometimes it can be called it as NC instruction, normally closed instruction. So this is the symbol of our XIO instruction, NC instruction symbol. Okay, when it will not pressed, so it will show the one value of our memory addressing bit, and if it will pressed, so it will show the zero value in memory addressing bit. So it can be say that we can say that the XIO instruction is the opposite. It is the working opposite of our XIC instruction. Okay, so this is the logic state of with XIO instruction and output instruction. So now we will see how it will work. Not press condition. So if we are not pressing this XIO instruction, so it will forward the signal of our output instruction. So it will forward the signal of our output instruction, then our output instruction are turned on. When the NC push button is not pressed, that means the XIO instruction is true. Logic state is 1 and the instruction memory bit is also 1. Then the light will be turned on. Okay. And we are going to press condition. So if we press this XIO instruction, then it will show the zero value in our memory addressing bit, and it will not forward the signal of our output instruction. it will stop the signal. Okay. When the NC push button is pressed, that means the XIO instruction is false. Logic state is 0 and the instruction memory bit is also 0. Then the light will not turn on. Okay. And if you are, thank you. If you have any doubt, any question, so you can freely ask to me. So thank you for watching this lecture. So hello everyone. We will go through with the second example. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about the second example of our PLC programming. So in this second example, we will learn about more than two alternating light, how to connect with the input. Okay, two or more output instruction, how to connect with the input instruction. We will learn in this lesson. So example diagram. So this is the PLC, and we will connect two input instruction with input module of our PLC. And here we have two output device, or two output devices are connected in output modules. Example logic storage. So this is our hardware devices, and this is our also hardware devices. This is our software part, and our two input devices are connected with the input modules, and input modules send the signal of our logic. Okay, our logic are decided the on and off condition according to our application. So in our logic are send the signal of our output module, and our output module send the signal of our light. Okay, and according to our logic, light will turn on and turn off. Input signal flow. So how to flow a signal? Okay, so NO push button and NO push button 2. Push button 1 and push button 2. If our push button 1 are not pressed, so it will show, it will not forward the signal. Okay, and memory addressing bit are showing 0 value. So 0 value are placed in the first run, and our light one are not glow. Okay, and if our NO push button are connected to our input module, and push button 2 are turn on condition, so it will show the value in memory addressing bit is that 1. Okay, it will show 1 value in the memory addressing bit, and the memory addressing bit are sending the signal of our push button, and the push button are send forward the signal of our output. So our output will turn on if it will receive the signal from the input instruction. Output signal flow. So if we connect our output, so our output, if our output not receive the signal from input push button, so it will show the value of 0 in memory addressing bit, and it will not forward the signal of our outputs. And if our light 2 in the logic, our light 2 are receive the signal, so it will forward the value of 1 in the memory addressing bit, and memory addressing bit are forward the signal of our hardware, our field output devices. and our output devices are turned on. The same things applicable for the output devices. Our output energized and de-energized depend to the specific memory bit location. Note press condition. So note press condition, field inputs. This is the field inputs, and this side is that of our field outputs devices. This is the memory addressing bit. If it will our push button 1 are not pressed, so it will show the 0 value in memory addressing bit, and it will not sending the signal of our output. So our output are turned off, and our push button 2 are sending the signal of our memory addressing bit. So it will show the one value in it, and our memory addressing bit are forward the signal of our output devices. Then our output devices are turned on. The color here shows the condition of the lamp on and off. Red color is showing the lamp on, and green color are showing the lamp off condition. Okay, and as you can see in the software logic, we have to connect in the left side of input instruction. In the first rung, we have to connect XIC instruction, and in the second rung, we have to connect XIO instruction. So it will run oppositely. Okay, this is the vice versa instruction, and in the right side, we have to connect two lights. Okay, light 1 and light 2, and it's have a different addresses. Okay, pressed condition. If push button 1 is pressed, then it will show the 1 value in memory addressing bit, and our light 1 is turned on. And in the second way, if button 2, push button 2 are pressed, so it will show the 0 value. Okay, 0 value in the memory addressing bit, and it will show the signal to our output. Okay, so it will not turn on. So thank you for watching this topic, and if you have any doubt related to this topic, so you can freely ask to me. Thank you so much.